Hi everyone, here's Unzila Talk Finance. This Wednesday today, the Federal Reserve will hold its June policy meeting. That will be a big day for the investors and the stock market. And at the same time, right before the meeting, they will receive the CPI report available for May. So May CPI report is expected that the inflation will rise only 0.1% compared to previous month. So here it is widely expected that Federal Reserve will not cut the interest rate and they will leave the interest rate at current level, which is federal fund rate is under the range and between the range of 5.25 to 5.5%. As we know, the Federal Reserve have been fighting with historically high interest rate during last years, and since 2021, the federal fund rate has been raised since 0% to current level. So this is like Federal Reserve is highly expected to keep the interest rate unchanged, and the May report will probably still show the inflation is still much higher than the Federal Reserve's long-term 2% goal. So as they are committed to bring the interest rate back to 2%, so during their March projection report, one of the most important message from today's meeting will be the Federal Reserve's economic projection report. So on their very last report, they indicated that there will be at least 3 interest rate cut during this year. But currently, since 2024 we reached June and half year already gone, but there's still the interest rate unchanged since last year. So the Federal Reserve there will be chance for 2 interest rate cuts. And it is widely expected we will have a first interest rate cut in September, and probably one more in November. So let's see. There will be indicators that inflation is still there, and last week we already got the job report. It is said the job market is still very strong and robust. At the same time, unemployment is still very high. So there's a long way for Federal Reserve to go through to make their restrictive policy and eventually bring the inflation back to 2%. And we see here during all this year, the Wall Street there's a trend is called AI trending dominating the Wall Street. So since Nvidia, those stocks, those companies are dominating the S&P 500. At the same time, they are moving the S&P 500 and the tech-based Nasdaq to a record high level. So as we see, today will be an important day, and how the Federal Reserve's decision will make an impact on today's market. And investors are probably waiting for another unchanged interest rate hike. So let's see how the market will be moved by today's meeting.